Gently close your eyes. Do deep breathing. We'll chant Om once together. Synchronize the chanting of Om with your exhalation. Breathe in. Sahana vavatu, sahanau bhunaktu, sahaviryam karavavahai, tejasvinavaditamastu ma vitvishavahai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Gently open your eyes. We'll chant from verses 11 to 15 of chapter 3. Devan bhavayatanena,
Devan bhavayatanena,
te deva bhavayantu vaha,
te deva bhavayantu vaha,
parasparam bhavayantaha,
parasparam bhavayantaha,
Shreyah paramavapsyatha,
Shreyah paramavapsyatha,
Ishtan bhogan hi vo devaha,
Ishtan bhogan hi vo devaha,
dasyante yajna bhavitaha,
dasyante yajna bhavitaha,
taidattana pradayaibhyaha,
तैर्दत्तान प्रदायैभ्यः
yo bhungte stena eva saha,
यो भुङ्क्तेस्तेन एव सः
yajnashishtashinah santaha,
यज्ञशिष्टाशिनः सन्तः
मुच्यन्ते सर्वकिल्बिषैः,
मुच्यन्ते सर्वकिल्बिषैः
भुञ्जते ते त्वघं पापाः,
भुञ्जते ते त्वघं पापाः
ये पचन्त्यात्मकारणात्,
ये पचन्त्यात्मकारणात्
अन्नाद्भवन्ति भूतानि,
अन्नात् भवन्ति भूतानि
पर्जन्यादन्नसम्भवः
पर्जन्यादन्नसम्भवः
यज्ञाद् भवति पर्जन्यः
यज्ञात् भवति पर्जन्यः
यज्ञः कर्मसमुद्भवः
यज्ञः कर्मसमुद्भवः
कर्म ब्रह्मोद्भवं विद्धि
कर्म ब्रह्मोद्भवं विद्धि
ब्रह्माक्षरसमुद्भवम्
ब्रह्माक्षरसमुद्भवम्
तस्मात् सर्वगतं ब्रह्म
तस्मात् सर्वगतं ब्रह्म
नित्यं यज्ञे प्रतिष्ठितम्
नित्यं यज्ञे प्रतिष्ठितम्
Hari Om, and a very good day to all of you. So we are doing this particular verse, verse number 14, wherein he says, Yajnaha karma samudbhavaha. Sacrifice arises out of action. Yajnat bhavati parjanyaha. From sacrifice arises rain. That is the portion which we are into right now, wherein we have been going very deep into this principle of parjanyaha, commonly translated as rain, which is the correct translation only if you think about it. But we have been seeing how it means much, much more than that. Many sadhaks have sent messages saying that they are amazed at the depth of this principle of parjanyaha. There are different common words for a cloud, rain. Say Varshaha is rain. He could have used that. For cloud, the common word is Megha. That could have been used. But he has used this word, Parjanyaha, which looks very ordinary from outside. But then that gives the entire philosophy, or I would say the sadhana of yajna. So starting from the cloud to the entire process, the thunder, lightning, and then rain, and then going beyond that also, everything is covered by this word. So I'm extremely happy for you all that you're able to appreciate this, you're able to get inspired by this. See, this yogic approach cannot be appreciated by a casual seeker unless you have that deep quest within you. You will not be able to stick to this. This is too pure, extremely subtle, and it's given without compromising on the purity. If a person is coming to these sessions for mere entertainment or mere quick fix solutions, now that person will not be able to sustain, because actually in life there are no quick fix solutions. These quick fix solutions are ways by which a person can fool others. So you need to patiently go into the depth of what life is. Only then you can get your solutions. See, to me, it is better to have one person who can genuinely appreciate this rather than have thousands and thousands of people who are merely looking for entertainment. The work of a master, the spiritual work, is very subtle and sublime. Unfortunately, many people have actually compromised. They are unable to stick to that level of purity which these great yogis and masters had maintained. That is the deterioration which has happened. So if you're getting inspired by this, that is a very positive sign. It means you have developed that depth in seeking. See, this yogic approach, these Sunday sessions which we're having, will reach those people who are truly seeking. Let them be in any part of the world. I'm not talking merely because it's available in the internet and all that. Even with or without all these the advancements in technology, it will still reach those who are sincerely seeking, who have the deep quest within them. The internet, all these are only they are a part of the methodology of how it reaches. But with or without this, if it has to reach a person, it will reach, provided that person is truly seeking. So, if you take a principle like Parjanya, he has gone into so much of depth which will go unnoticed if you don't use the yogic approach. That is the beauty. Something which looks so simple externally, but when probed, it is extremely profound, so deep. This is a typical style of a master. Many a times, it may look as if a master, I'm talking of a true master, a true yogi, it may look as if he is saying something which is very ordinary. But as you do your sadhana and as your depth increases, you will find that that so-called ordinary thing has the power and depth to really uplift you. Supposing you have an issue, a problem, and you go to a master. Now, he will definitely give you a solution. But that solution will not actually be merely for that issue. It will be a solution which would be aimed at resolving that issue from its root cause, number one. And number two, there will also be a lot of messages which will help you evolve to the next level. If you have that depth, you will be able to get the messages. Devotion is the key. When you approach a master with a lot of judgments, with a doubting mind, now you will miss the real message which he is giving. It will all just be superficial solutions for you. It's the same thing with the Bhagavad Gita also. How many people are writing commentaries on the Bhagavad Gita? It's very amusing. Anybody simply just, writing a commentary or just explaining whatever comes to their mind. One has to do that tapas. One has to do a lot of meditation. One has to attune to that energy. So a master always has the depth. The expressions which he uses may look simple, but what is behind that will be very powerful and deep. Even if you take a simple thing like meditation, today that has become a big show, Everyone is talking about meditation. Everyone is teaching meditation. But when a true master is there, supposing he conducts a meditation session, you will find a distinct difference, provided you are a deep seeker. Because the very presence of the master will make you meditative. He will not try to teach you meditation. He will share his meditativeness, that meditative energy with you. He will not even put the effort to share. It will automatically happen. In his aura, you will automatically slide into the state of meditativeness. I'm only giving meditation as an example. So whether it is knowledge, whether it is bhakti, whether it is karma, whether it is dhyana, meditation, whatever it is, when a true yogi gives you that will be packed with so much of power and depth. But the power and depth will be hidden. It will be subtle. He will package it in a very simple way. It's like this, supposing there is a room which is full of gold, diamonds and all that. And you go to a man and, you say, I want wealth, I have a lot of debts, what should I do? Now, casually, he says, look for that room. He gives a small description and he says, and enter that room. That's all he says. Now, if you just take it very superficially, you will leave it at that. You will not do anything about it. But if you have that faith and surrender, that yes, this person knows, and if that person truly knows, now you will proceed, you'll locate that room and somehow or other you'll open that room. And once the doors are open, it's not about solving your debts. You went to him just for overcoming that small issue. I have this much X amount of debts, I want a solution for that. But what he has opened for you is a room which is full of gold, diamonds, all precious things, way beyond what you can conceive. Your limited mind would have conceived just overcoming that debt. But what he has actually given you is 1,000 times, million times, infinite times more. But this can happen only to a person who fully trusts, who has that devotion, who is willing to put that effort, who is very receptive, who takes guidance, who follows that guidance. So many things when a person does, then he or she will reap the benefits. So similarly, when you go to the master and say, this is my issue, that issue is actually very small. The solution which you are looking for is also very limited. But it will look as if externally he is solving that problem, but actually he is not solving that problem merely. He is solving that problem, but he is not stopping with that. He is actually giving you the key to that door. And when you open that door, you find that there is it contains all the resources for your self-purification and spiritual upliftment. The classic example of this is the Bhagavad Gita itself. Arjuna, he is facing a problem in the battlefield and he is asking Krishna, should I fight or not? Please tell me, because these people are all my relatives, my friends who are standing there. And I am overcome by this weak pity. I don't know how to handle my emotions. I am extremely stressed. Please help me. That was the problem in front of him, and he asked for a solution for that. But what is Krishna giving him? The entire Bhagavad Gita. He is talking of Sthita Prajna. Is that what Arjuna asked him? You just think about it. Here he is teaching the entire Karma Yoga, then he'll be teaching Dhyana Yoga, he'll be teaching Bhakti, Jnana, so many things. Just this principle of Parjanya. Is this what Arjuna asked? No. Now, why is it that Krishna is giving Arjuna so much, even though he didn't ask all this consciously? That question will come to a sadhak's mind, When you approach your master, you approach him for something, but why is he giving much more when actually you are not seeking? You are not seeking it directly, but deep, deep within you, every one of you, you have that spiritual quest. And a master always sees that only. And number two, you can always give only what you have. A master is one who has tremendous depth, purity. He has that infinite energy in its purest form. So whether it is a baby approaching a master or a child or a young person or a middle-aged person, elderly person, businessman, politician, an engineer, a doctor, an actor, whoever it is, anyone who approaches a master, they will always approach for something very small. But what the master has is the infinite energy. So as he is giving that in the background, in a subtle way, he will back it up with that depth. The idea is at some point of time when this person is ready, he or she will be able to unravel and eke out all the deep messages which have been given for self-purification and self-realization. Because whether you are consciously seeking it or not, self-realization is your ultimate purpose. Today you may think, I am seeking money, or I am seeking name, I am seeking fame. But what are you seeking through all this? It is infinite happiness, which is nothing but the state of self-realization. So Arjuna is feeling that, oh, I have a problem here, I want a solution, and here is my dear friend Krishna, who seems to know something more than what I thought he knew. So let me now take his advice. His conscious mind is thinking in a very limited way, but his deeper mind, at the soul level, what is it that he is seeking? He is seeking freedom from restlessness. Because any issue which you have makes your mind restless. And you are always seeking that ultimate freedom, which we call as nirvana. No? You don't know that today, but a master is able to see that. A master is able to recognize that. But if he tells you directly, see, this is what you're seeking, you will not accept. When I say you, I mean the mind will not accept. See, whenever something is told directly, the mind will resist only. So the master will say, yes, yes, I will give you a solution to your problem. Knowing very well that what you're seeking externally is not actually what you're seeking at a deeper level, he just puts on an act. As if, no, very seriously he is going to solve your issue. Like what Krishna is doing, Very seriously he is solving Arjuna's issue. But what is he backing it up with? The depth, the ancient wisdom, the higher principles. So without his knowledge, Arjuna is absorbing all that energy. So when you associate yourself with the master, that's what will happen. What he is giving you externally will look very simple. What is hidden behind that, that is so profound, so sublime. So you ask for X and he gives you infinite times X actually. That is why we always say, we should be grateful to all the holy masters, because what they have given is seeing our soul, not merely what our conscious mind is asking. At the soul level, each and every one of you, you are seeking infinite happiness. So this is the greatness of these masters. They are at such a level, they are able to see through. They are able to see in a deep way as to what you are actually wanting, but they are not able to express it openly because the ego and the conscious mind will resist that. So they put on an act as if they are giving you whatever you're wanting at the superficial level, but along with that, they are packing the real message. So here Krishna is putting on an act. Oh yes, Arjuna, your problem is very, very, complex. Actually, this problem is very simple from Krishna's level. But yet, it's very, I will now teach you. I will tell you how to come out of this. But what he is now giving in the background is that infinite wisdom. That's why Arjuna is liking it, he is appreciating it, he is absorbing all that energy, it's inspiring him. But every now and then he gets a doubt. Why isn't Krishna giving a simple answer? That's why he keeps asking, even in this chapter, no? Should I get into knowledge or should I get into action? Tadekam vada means just tell me one simple thing. No? Krishna says, yes, I will tell you. And then he goes on in his usual way, And Arjuna, Arjuna's conscious mind is, he tries to pin Krishna down, he's trying to resist that, but his deeper seeking gets attracted to what Krishna is giving in the truest sense of the term. So, externally, you may even resist what a master gives, but at the soul level, you will always be attracted to what he is giving. Even if the master is very harsh with you, if you are a very deep seeker, you will still be attracted to him. Have you ever wondered why is that? Sometimes you may feel, see, I am having my issues, my problems. Now it's easy to just simply say this is a solution, that is a solution. See, all these kinds of thoughts will come in a student's mind. But in spite of all that, if he has that true quest, he will continue in the path. So, irrespective of what you understand, what you don't understand, irrespective of what you feel about this, just be in the path. There is nothing more that is required. See, a simple thing like the Yoga Sankirtan audio material has been given to you. Externally, it will just look like a musical CD, musical material. Supposing you give it to a person who has no quest, a deep seeking is not there. Now, if you play it to him, he'll say, Nalla irukku in the paattu, which means it's a very nice song, That's the maximum he or she will be able to, see in that. So it looks like a simple material, but actually what is behind it, you have no idea. As time goes by, the deeper sadhanas or the deeper steps in Yoga Sankirtan will be revealed to you. That's why, the next set of materials also are in the process of being prepared, and in due course of time, they will all come to you. And with that, the subtleties, the deeper steps of this sacred sadhana can be taught. You will be amazed. Oh, initially I just thought it was some music, or maximum you may think it's some vibrations, this, that, healing. Healing also is very, superficially understood. Most people think healing means some disease I have that has to be healed, or some problem I have that has to be solved. No. Healing at the karmic level is a very subtle exercise. 100% healing will make you a self-realized person. That is the beauty. So, a simple word like Parjanyaha, see how deep it is. I want you to experience that, enjoy that, and get inspired by that. It's only when you get inspired by this that you will be able to relate to this wisdom, you will be able to relate to the Master, and you will be able to relate to God with that real depth. So, Parjanyaha means cloud. We saw that, which is selflessness. A thunder cloud, which means a cloud charged with electricity, Shakti. Thunder is that dynamic action. Lightning is that spark. And then rain. Rain is the conducive climate. See, when we talk about the internal growth or the self-development, it's a conducive mental climate for growth. When we talk about it externally, it is actually making things conducive for growth to happen externally. We'll see that application also. First we'll finish this and then we will see that application, because in the next verse he will also be continuing from that point, And then Parjanyaha also means Indra. So in the last session I was explaining to you, Indra means enjoyment, the capacity to enjoy. And when you have that capacity to enjoy, you can enjoy every bit of your life. If there is nothing else for you, you will just open your windows and enjoy the breeze. You will go to the terrace and you will enjoy the stars. When Swami Ramatirtha was walking, when he went to the United States, it was in, I think, 1905 or something. So when he was walking on the road, one American stopped him and he asked him, "What do you mean?" So Ramatirtha looked at him. He said, "What do you mean by asking me what do you mean? No, what do you mean by walking like this?" He said, "What is wrong in my walk?" So to which that American said, no, what I'm asking you is, you're walking as if you own this place. As if everything is meant for you, as if you are the king. To which Ramatirtha said, "Yes, I call myself Ram Badshah," he said. He used to refer to himself, See, there is a subtle difference between ego and this. The ego will also want self-glorification. But here Ramatirtha was at the highest level, extreme objectivity. Now, the American asked him, "So, are you a very rich person? You don't look like one. Are you owning this entire place?" He said, "I am the richest person. I am extremely rich because I have so much of wealth." That American didn't believe him. He said, what wealth do you have? Can't you see around? The breeze. I own the breeze. The breeze is blowing only for my sake. The sun is shining. It is for me to enjoy that sunshine. When it rains, how enjoyable it is. When in the nights the stars are shining so that Ram Badshah can get entertained. That American understood that the person whom he was talking to was not an ordinary person. He became his disciple. He said, this whole world belongs to me. I am that emperor. And when that American saw his face, his eyes, that shining eyes, he said, can you take me as your student? To which he said, I have no students. See, that was his style, I am free like a bird. Okay, then can I follow you wherever you go? That is up to you, he said. After that, that American man who asked him all these questions, he attended all his sessions, This is the spirit of all the great masters. They enjoy each and everything. So Indra means the Lord of enjoyment. So once you have that capacity to enjoy, it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter what you have. You will be reveling in that supreme state. That's what we saw in the second chapter, when he was describing the Sthita Prajna. Atmanyeva Atmana Tushtaha. One who revels in oneself by oneself. What a supreme state it is. So that is Indra. You should, do your sadhana with that in mind. It will automatically happen to you. See, as you keep doing your sadhana, you will become a very happy person from within. Earlier, you may have been complaining. This is not okay. That is not okay. I feel lonely. I feel this. I feel that. But when all those issues are released, you will start getting that infinite happiness from within. That capacity to enjoy will increase right up to the infinite level. And then Gandharva, that also we saw. Grace, artistry. So whatever actions you do it gracefully. Put your heart and soul into it. A sign of spiritual development is the capacity to go into the details, specifics. If a person doesn't have the capacity to go into the specifics and take care of the details, that person is not growing spiritually. If you are a true sadhak, if you are attuned to the master, and if you are receiving that energy, this change will automatically happen within you. Life is not to be lived in a generalized way. The beauty of life is to get into the specifics, the detailing, and make it as artistic as possible. You see, when a bird is building its nest, it's a real marvel, the work of a genius. How it picks the twigs. Sometimes, it selects the right twig to fit into that place. It's amazing. Every aspect of nature is extremely artistic in a detailed way, in a specific way, not in a generalized way. So are you living your life in a prose form or in the form of poetry? These great masters, they were called kavis. The Upanishadic masters, they were all called kavihi. Kavihi means poets. Why? Because they lived their life in a poetic way. Poetry inspires you. Prose informs you. That is also required. I'm not saying that is not required. But poetry adds value to that. So that is represented by Gandharva. So when you do your sadhana, when you practice yajna, the energy of enjoyment will be awakened within you. The energy of grace will be awakened within you. If you say, sir, I've been doing sadhana for 15 years, but but you are still, doing things in a very generalized way. You're not putting an effort to go to the specifics. That means even the sadhana you've been doing in a generalized way. That's what it means. There is some strong block, that ego is there in some form, which is not allowing you to absorb this energy fully. Locate that, and through the sadhana itself release that, so that you awaken this energy of grace from within you. Then, Parjanyaha also means Surya, the sun. See, Parjanyaha, on one hand, it means the cloud, rain and all that. But it also refers to the sun. That is another dimension of Parjanyaha. Now, what does Surya represent? The sun god. Surya represents brightness. So when you do karma yoga, your entire personality will become very bright. What in the yogic language we call as Tejas. Tejas Shakti. Tejas means spiritual brightness. How does that come about? When your personality becomes very pure and innocent, automatically the Tejas comes. You see a newborn baby, how much of Tejas, brightness is there in its eyes. You look into the eyes of a baby, so much of Tejas. Why? Because it's so pure. A master is also like that. He is so pure, and therefore the Tejas Shakti shines from within. Even in the invocatory prayer, where the chanting which we do, Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu, we chant that before the start of every session. Tejasvina Vaditamastu. So may this sadhana bring about that tejas. May we shine with that brilliance. It's a powerful auto-suggestion which is given by both the master and the student. So without that tejas, you cannot create any value, you cannot create any impact. When a person puts in a lot of effort in a particular field in the world, and he or she becomes an achiever, let it be any field, whether it's sports or engineering or business or acting, whatever it is, you will find that that person will have a little bit of this tejas. When that person stands with others, he or she will, be noticed. What gives that brightness? Their application in that field. So that is partial tejas. They have applied the same spiritual principles, but in a limited field. Now, a yogi is one who applies these spiritual principles to life itself. His personality gets transformed. So, he triggers that tejas or that spiritual brightness from within in its fullest capacity. So, when you go to a yogi, a true yogi has tremendous tejas, that spiritual brightness. So, this is a very good yardstick with which you can measure your spiritual progress. Not only that, see, when the sun is so bright, it is noticed by others. Its presence is noticed by others. Similarly, when you do karma yoga, you focus on the quality of your actions so much that your actions will become so attractive. It will automatically be noticed and recognized by others. Later on, he'll be saying that, how do you lead others? Make your actions all attractive, he'll say. Whatever is being explained here, this dimension of Parjanya, will help you to understand that verse which will be coming later. As I told you, every verse is linked, and whatever points are given here will help you to understand the other verses in a much more deeper way. When your focus is not on quality, but if your focus is on impressing others, actually your actions will lose that tejas. Your personality itself will become nishtej. But when you remove all these factors, disturbing factors of wanting to impress others and all that, and just focus on the quality of your actions, automatically the tejas will start shining forth from within. Your actions will attract others. You will not look for recognition. You will not want others to get attracted by your actions, but it is an automatic process. The sun is just shining. It does not want our recognition. In our tradition, we say thank you to all aspects of nature. So when we say thank you to the sun, is the sun wanting our thank you? No. The sun will continue to shine whether you recognize it or not. But incidentally, we will notice it. Similarly, when you start practicing karma yoga, when you start implementing the principle of yajna in your activities, now the quality of your actions are going to increase tremendously. So you may not want name and fame, you may not want recognition, but all of that will come to you in your field. Practice these principles in your office. Automatically your management will notice the difference. Give it some time. Don't act so that the management will notice. See, there is a big difference here. Acting in order to be recognized, that is one thing. There the quality will drop. It's against the principle of karma yoga. But acting in a pure way, in a qualitative way, and recognition is something which happens as a byproduct. That is what is represented by Surya, the sun, brightness. So every day don't look at the mirror. Sir, I have finished my yoga sankirtan. Now let me go and look at the mirror, sir. Have I got more tejas? If you do all that, then you are moving away from the spiritual principles. I am only saying The effect of your sadhana will be this. But don't now start looking for that. That's why it's the beautiful, representation of sun is taken. The sun does not look for recognition, but it is automatically recognized. What is the way in which the sun is functioning? Just to be itself, bright, not for others' recognition, but that happens automatically. So do your activities in the spirit of yajna. So when you try to do that, many factors will come and disturb you, like the desire to impress others. When you go to a master also, you will try to impress your master. See, these are the factors which will come to disturb you. And the moment you fall for it, you will now move away from the sadhana of yajna, wanting recognition. Sometimes, some people say, I have really worked so much, nobody is recognizing me. Why do you want recognition? Is any aspect of nature looking for recognition? A rose keeps blooming. Now, whether you go and appreciate it, or sometimes even if there is a plant which is in one corner of a place where nobody is looking at it, yet it will continue to bloom. Why? Because that is its nature. So you're also an aspect of nature. Why are you stooping down to that level of wanting recognition from others? Just be yourself. Express your talents. Refine your actions. Refine your bhavana. Do yajna. In that lies the real secret of happiness. And when you do that, incidentally, you will find all these things like recognition, name and fame, they will all come behind you. When you go behind them, you will only be agitated, stressed. It doesn't matter whether others recognize you or not. What matters is how best have you done whatever it is that you are doing. So, God has given you some talents. God has given you unique talents. Why don't you use them and be very happy with that? That is the meaning of Surya, which will incidentally fetch that recognition. That is totally incidental. But what is important is when you practice this, the tejas within you will grow. Sometimes many yogis, siddhas, they put on an act as if they are not at all spiritual. Because, they want privacy. They just want to be left to themselves so that they can do their subtle work of radiating that healing, the infinite healing energy. So many a times they hide their tejas so that they go unnoticed. Of course, a true spiritual seeker will be able to find them. That is a different matter. So a master always does that. He tries to hide his tejas because with name and fame and recognition comes other things, where you are not left alone. It is in that solitude that a master can do maximum seva or service to humanity. So sometimes a master may put on an act or do such things which will drive away people from him or her. Many siddhas have done that. Why I am telling you that is, it will inspire you so much, because the an ordinary mind is craving for attention and name and fame and all that. But a yogi, he is not bothered about all that. He has no value for name and fame, recognition. You go and praise a yogi, that's not going to give him any more happiness. You go and criticize a yogi, that will not put him down, because his focus is not on that at all. He will remain the same only. Supposing a yogi has no money, he will be whatever he is. Supposing, suddenly he gets a lot of wealth, he becomes very rich. Will that make any change in his personality? No. He will continue to remain whatever he was. He was unknown. Now suddenly he has become known. But he is like a rose. He will continue to bloom. He is like the sun. He will continue to be bright, whether he is recognized or not recognized. So it's a beautiful quality which will inspire you, and when you absorb that and put it into practice, it will create tremendous transformation in a positive way in your life. Just imagine a group of people, each one is focused on what he or she has to do. Doesn't matter whether I am recognized for this or not. Let me give my heart and soul into that. Supposing everyone in a country starts functioning like that, just imagine how that country will prosper. If everyone in the world starts functioning like that, the whole world will prosper. So from where does all this start? First from you, the individual. That is what we are seeing here. So become like the sun. Awaken that energy of brightness from within you through karma yoga, through the sadhana of yajna. These expectations of wanting recognition, wanting appreciation, all these things actually make you nishtej. Nishteja means the state where all the brightness goes away. It only agitates your mind, because one person will come and appreciate you, another person may not appreciate you, another person may criticize you, or the same person who appreciated earlier may now start criticizing you. Are all these things under your control? No. So the great masters who gave the Upanishads, did they do it for recognition? Just think about it. Krishna gave this to Arjuna 5,000 years back. Vyasa recorded that. Did they do it for recognition? We are still talking about them. But they are not bothered. That is the spirit of karma yoga. Make a mark in this world, but don't really be bothered about all that. Just focus on the quality. If people come and praise you, take it in its stride. No need to shy away from that. Just take it with a smile. And when people come and criticize you, take that also in its stride. Because the world will sometimes appreciate you, sometimes criticize you. Does it really matter? What is important is that you should shine like the sun, always. So karma yoga brings out that inherent tejas from within. And each one of you, you have that tejas within you, because You are that infinite. That God principle is right there within you. Because of the various impurities that the Tejas is covered today, when you remove those impurities, that light from within will start shining forth. That is why in the Nididhyasana, which meditation, that which we practice every and by the end of every session, we end it with always say, I am Swayam Prakashit, means self-illuminating. When you feel that energy, that gives you so much of brightness, because ultimate illumination happens from within. So, Surya represents that Tejas, spiritual brightness, but expressed in the world. Now, what is interesting is, one more dimension we'll see. Parjanyaha also means Vishnu, Lord Vishnu. What does Vishnu represent? Vishnu represents the spiritual growth. The same Tejas or brightness which is turned upwards. See, it is very interesting. Surya is an aspect of Vishnu or Lord Narayana. That is why Surya is called Surya Narayana. If you go to the Puranas, they refer to Surya as Surya Narayana, an amsha of Vishnu, an aspect of Lord Vishnu. So there is a very deep significance there, a very deep meaning when they say Vishnu, Lord Narayana, and Surya, which is nothing but the spiritual brightness, Tejas, which is expressed in the world. When that Tejas is expressed in the world, it is called Surya Narayana. When that Tejas is taken inward and taken higher for further spiritual growth, that is represented by Vishnu. See, it's a very subtle principle, I want you to focus. I know it's towards the end of the session that we are taking this up, but as sadhaks, you should learn to concentrate. As you do your sadhana, your capacity to concentrate for longer hours will automatically increase. So fundamentally, Tejas is that spiritual brilliance. So when you do karma yoga, that will get expressed in the world. That is represented by Surya. But you should not stop with that. If you stop with that, you will get stuck there. You will grow to a certain extent and then you will get stuck there. You should use this Tejas and take that energy upwards, right up to the infinite. That is the yogic path. Having an uncompromising attitude, not being satisfied with mere worldly success, but wanting to merge with that infinite and progressing and merging with that infinite, that is represented by Vishnu. Vishnu is that pure infinite, the infinite in the purest form, that Tejas in its purest form, that which is not manifest at all, but that which is being taken inward. That is what Vishnu is. I am explaining this in this context, see, according to the context, different meanings, different dimensions will be given to you. So you just go on absorbing that. So a yogi is one who shines in this world like Surya and who shines inwardly like Vishnu. See, how has Vishnu been depicted? He is lying on a snake bed, always in the meditative pose, of Vishnu Yoga Nidra. And where is he? In Vaikuntha. Where is Vaikuntha? It's not accessible to mortals. It's a it's the highest state of spiritual growth. The Sri Haridhyana Yoga Sankirtan, when one meditates with that, you absorb that energy of Vishnu Yoga Nidra and you are transported to that bliss, the highest bliss of Lord Vishnu. So, if you say the sun is very bright, Vishnu is the source of that brightness. That which gives brightness to the sun is called Vishnu, Narayana. See how powerful these principles are, When we consider the sun, you will say it's the most powerful thing in the universe, but that is from an external point of view. It is with reference to what you are able to see, that's all. But what is that which gives that power to the sun to shine? That is that supreme Vishnu. So Parjanyaha means Lord Vishnu. You will take it as mere one of the gods, the Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, is reference to Vishnu. But the spiritual significance from a sadhana point of view is what is being given to you here. So when you do karma yoga, when you are functioning in the spirit of yajna, two things will happen to you. The base of that is the brightness, the tejas. So you will start fulfilling all your duties so beautifully in the world. Your activities will start attracting others. It will attract a lot of success. That is the Surya Tejas. That is the expressed form of Tejas. That spiritual brilliance which we can say which has partly expressed itself. Now, if you are happy with that and if you stop your sadhana, then you will get stuck there. You are encashing on that and thereafter you are not growing any further. In our scriptures, they always warn the sadhaks never to stop till that ultimate goal is reached. So there are many people I know who do sadhana, they get that limited success, limited tejas, and then they stop doing their sadhana after that. In one of the later chapters, Krishna calls them as yoga brashta, one who has fallen from the state of yoga, but who will be recognized by others as yogis, but internally they have fallen. Why? Because their focus has shifted. So you should be careful. So that is one thing which will happen. The other thing is Vishnu. Vishnu is that unknown infinite energy which you cannot see with your eyes, which has to be experienced. Now, utilizing that brilliance, that energy which is built through sadhana for your inner transformation. Being consistent in your sadhana even as you are achieving so many things in the world. That is very important. So that's why Surya and Vishnu are being taken together, just as Indra and Gandharva were taken together, because capacity to enjoy, that artistic nature, everything, they both complement each other. Similarly, Surya is the expressed Tejas of Vishnu, and Vishnu is that supreme Tejas in its purest form. So you should not compromise with mere external success. That is one part of the sadhana. It will automatically fetch you. So when you do your sadhana, a lot of good things will happen. That's represented by that churning in the Milky Ocean. First the poison came out, all your negativities will be purged. But after that, good things started happening. Goddess Lakshmi came, which means you will acquire a lot of wealth. Many good things. Your relationships will become better. Your health will become better. You will start growing in your career. These things will start happening to you. Now, if you get distracted by these things and if you get stuck there, then real benefit, the spiritual growth will not happen. That is where this dimension of Parjanya, which is Bhagavan Vishnu, that supreme infinite energy. When you remember that and when you say, that is my ultimate goal, now you will enjoy all this. You will enjoy wealth, you will enjoy name and fame, everything you will experience. But you will do it very objectively. You will maintain that sakshi bhav, that witnessing attitude within you. Why? Yes, no doubt all these, I have achieved all these, but these things are not my ultimate purpose. My ultimate purpose is self-realization represented by Vishnu, because Vishnu represents the infinite. So whatever sadhana I am doing, whatever powers I am getting, now I am going to reinvest them. And I will keep on growing spiritually till I become one with that supreme infinite reality represented by Vishnu. So this is, I would say, the most important dimension of Parjanya. Because when you start performing yajna, as you get a lot of positive results in your life, chances are you will get stuck. You will slip somewhere. Chances are means that possibility is always there. The danger is always there. So right at the outset, by using the word Parjanya, he is cautioning you. So when you overcome your spiritual inertia, when you get into the state of action, karma, and then when you convert karma into karma yoga by building the bhavana of yajna, now that will give rise to Parjanya, which is what we have been seeing. But in all this, it will create a subtle wheel of Maya. You may have overcome the gross illusions, but you may get caught up with a subtle illusion. He says, there also remove that and go for the infinite, no compromise. Just with this one word, Parjanya, See what amount of depth he is conveying. He is giving you the entire path, and he is also giving you safety measures so that you don't get stuck anywhere. So, as you progress in your sadhana, in your spiritual path, the temptations will become subtler and subtler. As you start achieving more things in life, these are all, on one hand they will help you to complete your experiences, but there is also an inherent test. Nature is testing you. Are you going to now compromise? Are you going to stay put with this, or will you continue doing your sadhana? Many people, the moment they get a little bit, they'll stop doing the sadhana. Supposing you, let's say, you don't have some wealth, so you come to the master, you do the sadhana, you get some wealth, then you will stop doing your sadhana. That means you have compromised. So, Surya Narayana, that is the Tejas which is expressed in the world, is one step. But that power which gives that brightness to Surya, that is real Narayana in the fullest, to its fullest extent. That is the spiritual Tejas which has been reinvested, which will take you to the highest. So if you want self-realization, these are the things, this is the path which you have to take, and these are the things which you will experience. So in a very simple way, he says, Yajnat bhavati parjanyah. When you do yajna, it will give rise to parjanyah. So you will become like a cloud, like a thunder cloud, lightning, all that we saw, the rain. You will start enjoying life. Indra, you will start becoming so artistic, you will start going into the details of life, that is Gandharva. You will start shining like the sun. But that is not complete. That is not our goal. With all this, having experienced all this, when a person says, these are all limited, now I want the infinite, that is real Parjanya Vishnu. So when you go to the master and tell him, sir, I have achieved this, I have achieved that, that is like a child being so happy, with this toy, that toy. Sir, I got an increase in my salary. Sir, I had this disease that has disappeared. So many things. Of course, the master is very happy for you, but he also waits and watches. Are you now going to continue with your sadhana with the same intensity, or are you going to be merely happy with this and move away from the path? It is like a game, but he will do his duty of reminding you, great, wonderful, but do your sadhana. He will keep reminding you that. Why? Because all these benefits are there. He is so happy that you are getting all that, but a master wants you to get the highest benefit, which is represented by Bhagavan Vishnu. Okay, so we'll stop with this. The higher dimensions of Parjanyaha have also been given to you today. Now, we'll do the Nididhyasana meditation. Gently close your eyes. Do deep breathing. With every breath, I am becoming more and more relaxed. Feel the divine vibrations. With every breath, I am going deeper and deeper into myself. Beyond my physical body, beyond my pranas, beyond my emotions and thoughts, lies my real self, that higher self is infinite and divine. From this moment onwards, I choose to practice the sadhana of yajna in each and every aspect of my life. I am Swayam Prakashit, self-illuminating. I am filled with Tejas Shakti. The infinite spiritual brightness. Offer your gratitude to God Supreme. Offer your gratitude to your Guru and all the holy masters. Wriggle your fingers, your toes. Open and close your palms a few times. Rub your palms together to create a warmth. And cup your eyes with your palms. Gently rub your eyes, your cheeks, forehead, the top of your head, the back of your head, your neck, and slowly open your eyes. Welcome back. So today we had a very powerful session. The power of this principle of Parjanyaha was revealed to you. You should reflect on this. That will create so much of inspiration. It will give you that push, automatically from within to be consistent in your daily sadhana. Because if you want these benefits like enjoyment, grace, brightness, and the ultimate tejas of the infinite, the only way is to do your daily sadhana consistently. So let these factors be your motivational factors. Okay. Regarding the 22-day empowerment program, every week that preparation is being done, plus every day the preparatory healing energy is being sent to you. Now, one sadhak has asked whether practical tips would be given to remove the hurts caused in relationships. She has mentioned that in many relationships she has got hurt. Those wounds are still there. Mental wounds, emotional wounds. Now, it is not only practical tips. That is going to be one of the most important things in this program. That is, the emotional wounds and scars will be healed. The higher energy is going to be invoked. Special healing to remove the emotional scars. See, again, I am repeating, you should go through the material which has been put up in the website, about this course. In that, everything has been mentioned. Of course, it's good to ask questions, but you should also read that. Then many questions may be solved there itself. When you have a lot of emotional scars and wounds, how can you relate with others properly? It's not possible, no? So special healing sessions will be conducted so that all those scars will be removed. You will become very fresh, like a newborn baby. So that is an integral part of this course. Of course, practical tips will also be given. How to face tough situations. If a person is rude to you, what do you do? Everything will be covered. Many examples will be given. So that is going to be a part of the course. Okay. If you have more questions, also do ask. But first read the information about the course. And then you ask whatever questions you want to ask. Okay? So, I'll see you in the next session. Thank you very much. Hari Om.